station stop is Ribblehead.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
And please do not try to use the foot crossing until the train has left the station.
Well now then, welcome to the channel and Horton-in-Ribblesdale and what was supposed to be the first day of the Yorkshire Three Peaks. We're supposed to be going up there today, which is Pen-y-Ghent. Forecast is rubbish though. We've got here 10 o'clock and the forecast is for 11 o'clock. That to be completely clagged in and raining. So we're not going to do it. We're going to stick to the lower ground. We're making our way to Ribblehead. We're staying at the station in there tonight. But no, we're not going to bother with Pen-y-Ghent. We're going to stick to the lower paths. I don't fancy being up there in the clag and the rain. Which I think is pretty much going to be the story of the 3 days. We're supposed to be doing Whernside tomorrow, which I think we'll do, and then Ingleborough on the third day, but the forecast for that day is even worse than today. 45-mile-an-hour winds on top and just very poor visibility and rain all day. So I very much doubt if we'll do that. So anyways, we make our way through Horton-in-Ribblesdale. I'll just show you what was our intended route for the next 3 days. But then when we get down there and we start on our way, I'll actually show you what we are doing today. So we'll see you down there. So we're climbing up out of Horton-in-Ribblesdale now on the track that is the Pennine Way and the Ribble Way. See over there in the cloud. Now that was clear as we passed it on train. If you notice, that's Ingleborough, where we're supposed to be going the day after tomorrow. I doubt it. Right, so let's have a look at the route that we are actually doing today. It was nice to see that stone chat there, and all the hills are starting to cloud over now. It was great on train down, because I don't know if you know, I used to live in Yorkshire, pretty much walked the Yorkshire Dales to death, and it was great seeing all the hills that I'd walked as we were coming down line. Really good, brought back some memories. I couldn't remember what half of them were called. I had to get a map out and check on map what they were called. Yeah, that's Ingleborough's gone completely now. Right, onwards. Come on, Charlie. Well, the Clag's rolling in there, look, over Ingleborough. Whernside still clear. Hopefully we'll get to do that tomorrow. Yeah, there's a spit or two in the air at the moment as well. I think the rain chance, I think it was about 30% at 11 when it's supposed to start getting up to about 50-55% rain risk just as we're getting to the pub. So I tell you what, I'm warm though. When I saw it forecast, I thought I'd best pack me winter jacket, and I put a lightweight fleece in my bag as well. And when I lifted my rucksack up last night, I thought, blimey, heck, I'm not taking all that. So one of the things that came out was my lightweight fleece, but it's not much lighter. Heaviest thing in it is food and water for Charlie for 3 days. Yeah, so we might be getting a little damp soon. And if it rains heavy, I've brought my old phone. I don't know if you know now, I do all my filming on my phones. I brought my old iPhone in a waterproof case, so I might have to switch to that. But then if I do, I won't be able to attach the external mic, so it'll all be on internal mic, so audio might be a bit rubbish. So hopefully it'll stay dry. On we go. So here we are at Selgill, and that's quite dramatic down there, isn't it? Look where the water just disappears into like a pothole down there. So yeah, good. And it's starting to spit, and it's spitting on camera. That's nice, is that? Bit of excitement. Right, so we'll carry on just a bit further down here. The track splits, and the Pennine Way goes one way and Ribblesdale goes to the other, and we branch off left onto Ribble Way. Oh, in the drizzle. On we go. So we've branched off the Pennine Way, goes up that way, and we follow the Ribble Way in the direction of that footpath to Berkwyth. I think I might have to put stuff away for now. And it might only be a drizzly shower, you never know. Right, yes. Into the murk. I don't know if you can make out over my shoulder there, there's Horton-in-Ribblesdale quarry. I've just been doing a bit of blasting, so Charlie's a bit nervous now. Hopefully that'll be it though. And I don't know about this rain, it's that little drizzly shower has passed and brightened up a bit. It's still enjoyable down here. I mean, I think I'm going to be glad we didn't go over Pen-y-Ghent, looking at the state of Whernside and Ingleborough. I mean, although Pen-y-Ghent's not as high as them two, but the forecast was still for it to be clagged in. Right, we'll continue along the Ribble Way. Come on, Charlie. Well, that wasn't particularly helpful, that gate being padlocked. Charlie had trouble getting over that stile. So did I. Got to the top. Got my blooming rucksack stuck in it. I couldn't get through. It wasn't my waist that got stuck, it was my rucksack. So we've come to another fork as a footpath goes that way and our bridle way continues straight on this way. Right, on we go. So in fact, just having checked the GPS, it's not a bridle way coming this way. It is our path, but it's just a footpath. I couldn't really read that sign back there, what we stated sign and stay to my eyes. I think it must have said Berkwyth. Right, so we're carrying on. That's looking over there, that's Simon Fell and Park Fell. Now that is my favourite route up Ingleborough. From well, you can start from Ribblehead, go up through what's called Colt Park. I can't remember which one comes first out of Simon Fell and Park Fell, but you just follow a wall all the way up pretty much. Yeah, it's a good way up Ingleborough, is that? And it's quiet as well. Right, on we go. We seem to be fortunate with the touch wood, fortunate with the showers so far. Can you manage? Up you go. Up you go. Good boy. Well, I wondered what that sign was all about on that gate. Private, no public access. Checked GPS and we'd wandered off a path just following that track. It looks like I'm not the only one to have done that, because there is a bit of a path going up here leading us back in the direction of where we should have been, at the top of this plantation, not right in the middle of it. Trained navigator, you see, in action again. Right, see if we can get back on track. So we're back on track for our alternative route, and we're also back on track what would have been our route coming down there from Pen-y-Ghent. And it's a bit of a shame, but we've not been able to see it at all for this hillside on our right. So I don't know if we'll get any views of it further on. We should do. Right, so yeah, back on all tracks now. I mean, why have they done that? It's a perfectly accessible little gate outside that big one for people to get through. They've put a bloody padlock on it. Why? Go on through there, Charlie. Go on, through you go. He's on a diet now. Well, I may have done the farmer an injustice at that last gate that had a little gate next to it, because that had same type of combination padlock, but it was only on big gate, not on little ones. Right, we're in another little bit of drizzle now. I was going to stop for coffee and a tune. We'll see if I get a bit further on. So as you saw there on that signpost, 3 miles to Ribblehead and beer. I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't even had coffee and a chew yet. Well, I haven't got any coffee. I didn't bother. I thought I'll be having a coffee in station at Carlisle because we had plenty of time between our trains. So I didn't bother bringing any with me. So I might just get down here and give Charlie his chew. And then I don't know about. I bought just a shop bought sarnie for my lunch. But, I don't know if you can make out on there. Just there, is it? That's just see Ribblehead Viaduct. That's where we're staying. The station in at Ribblehead. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't come over Pen-y-Ghent really. Still haven't seen it since we left Horton-in-Ribblesdale. Right, I'll get Charlie his chew down here. And if you'd like to support the channel, I don't know how it's going to go now with us kind of stopped doing Wainwrights. People might lose interest in channel, I don't know. But if you want to help us out, there's that QR code there, and there's also a link in description where you can buy us coffee and a chew, and that'll help with bringing you videos if you want to see more videos of not the Lake District and not Wainwrights. Who knows? Right, on we go, and I'll get Charlie his chew. There you go. Good boy. Well, this is another instance where a stream disappears in a cave down there, look. It comes out of a cave just up there as well. I don't know if it's called Browgill Beck, because it's called Browgill Cave, where it comes out at ground there. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Right, we're going to continue along this track. Charlie, come on, up here, Charlie. So we've just come over that stream, and rain's starting to set in now, so I've had to put gimbal away. I'm not sure how long it's going to last though, so right, I'll put phone away until it clears up. Mind you, having said that, nearly stopped. Alright, anyway, it gets a bit tedious soon because we get up onto the road, and then it's road all the way to the pub, which I'm quite looking forward to actually. Right, on we go. Well, we've just crossed the River Ribble, and I'm glad we came the lower route, because that's where we would have been. We'd have just been coming down from there now. So yeah, good decision not to go up there. So we carry on along this track and onto the road. So I'll probably see you when we get to the pub. This way, Charlie. So we're installed in our room at the Station Inn in Ribblehead. This room's called Sebastopol. They're all named after areas of there was a like a township down there when they were building Ribblehead Viaduct, and it had all different areas, and one of them was called Sebastopol, and all the names of the rooms at the Station Inn, they're all named after various areas of that township. So yeah, it's bijou, is that the right word? Tiny, maybe. It'll do us just for one night anyway. Now we got here early. We weren't supposed to get here till 3 o'clock, which is check-in time. That's if we'd have gone up Pen-y-Ghent, but we're not bothering with Pen-y-Ghent. We got here just after 1. So we just had to sit in the bar and drink Old Peculiar for a couple of hours, which I hated it, you know. So yeah, we're in. I'm gonna have a shower now, and then I've booked our evening meal for as early as possible because I'm absolutely starved. I've not had my lunch yet. Charlie's had his down in bar, but that my sarnies, I wasn't stopping for them in pouring rain up there, and I couldn't really open my packet of sarnies in bar when they were serving meals. So I'm going to have my late lunch, jump in shower, and we might go down and drink some more Old Peculiar before tea time. Right, so we'll see you in a bit.
East and west, and then you've got the People's Republic of South Yorkshire as well. That's a separate entity in itself.
So that's us both fed and watered. Oh, I'm absolutely shattered now as well. We've only done 6.5 miles. We've got 10 to do tomorrow over blooming Whernside. So yeah, time for our pits now, I think. So I can't imagine anything spectacular happening through the night. So it'll be up for breakfast in the morning, and then we're not in any great rush. Set off about 10, get ourselves over Whernside and down to Ingleton, I think. The pub's called the Wheatsheaf anyway. That's the important thing, isn't it? So we'll get ourselves turned in, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Oh, we're up and breakfasted. Oh, what a breakfast that was. Best breakfast I've had in a long time. That I don't know about carrying extra weight in my rucksack up Whernside. I've got about half a stone of sausage to carry up there. Charlie got one as well. Yeah, brilliant breakfast. So we're doing Whernside today. The forecast is an improving one as the day goes on. When we first went out to take Charlie out Whernside, the top was clagged in, but just coming back up from breakfast, had a look, and it's cleared now. And like I say, the forecast is for it to improve as the day goes on. Visibility forecasts on the Met Office website, which you know I love, is very good, improving to excellent. So yeah, we're gonna finish packing up, and then we'll see you out there by the viaduct probably. So we're on our way to Whernside, which will be the one and only peak of the intended 3. Weather, it's a bit there's a bit of drizzle in the air now. I tell you what, it's busy. Yeah, right. So, I'm gonna get some of this blooming breakfast worked off. Right. So, if you remember last night, I said about all the names in the hotel, pub, whatever, were named after the shanty towns that were erected for the building of the viaduct. They were all over there. No trace of them at all now, is there? So as we head up by the viaduct, we'll have a quick look at the route.
I love to go a-wandering along the mountain track, and as I go I love to swing my knapsack on my back.
So that's looking over Pen-y-Ghent that we didn't do yesterday, and that's looking up to Ingleborough, which we're not going to do tomorrow. And then if we go right round, that's Whernside, which we are going to do today. Right, carry on up the track. So a bit of train action there as we pass Bleemore signal box. Bleemore is actually straight in front of us where Bleemore Tunnel goes through. I've been up there, I can't remember what classification of hill it is, but I've been over there. You just follow like the line of the air shafts for the tunnel. So yeah, we cross over the railway line in a bit over an aqueduct. And then we start climbing. I think this might have to come off. It's getting a bit warm. Oh. All right, upwards. Charlie, this way. So we're over that aqueduct that takes Force Gill over the railway line, and that footpath sign we've just passed. If you fork off right today, it was signpost to Dent Head, I think 4 miles. Well, that's the path that takes you over Bleemore. It just follows the line of the air shafts at tunnel. Oh, not that way for us though, and we start the climbing now. So I hope that breakfast comes in handy now. Oh, might have, I said back then I might have to take this on. We'll see. There's a bit of a coolish breeze right upwards. That's looking back down over Pen-y-Ghent. Can you make out the line of the footpath there going up by the air shafts? That's that footpath that goes over to Dent Head, and then the summit of what's it called? Bleemore is there in the middle. That's looking over to, I can't, is the one on the left, is it Noutbury? Noutbury? I don't know. I've walked them. Anyway, I can't remember its name. Oh, right, this is slow going with this rucksack on up here. Oh. We'll keep plodding away though. So we've taken the left branch and come through that gate to head on up to Whernside. If you carry on that way, the signpost says Deepdale. I think it eventually takes you to Dent. I'm not entirely sure. We've got a bit of a drizzly shower now as well. See behind me Pen-y-Ghent and Ingleborough. Right, up we go. Well, we're almost at top of Whernside now. I couldn't do any filming. That drizzly shower turned into persistent rain, so I had to put everything away. But that's looking over to where our weather's coming from, so hopefully that should be it. I do know the names of them hills over there. Down that way is Gregareth, and that's the Yorkshire and the name that shall not be spoken boundary over there. And then is it Green Hill? It comes down to Green Hill, and then the high point at the end. I can't remember the name of that. But we're going over there. Well, this lower one, there's a road winds its way down into Dent there. We're going over there in August. Another multi-day adventure with walks based on the Wainwright book called Walks in Limestone Country. So yeah, hopefully get over there in, I think it's July. No, it's not, it's August, because the first day of it is 1st of August, which is Yorkshire Day. Yeah, so nearly at top of Whernside. I don't think I'm going to be able to do any filming. It's going to be heaving. It's been a constant stream of people coming up here. Right, upwards. So that's looking down on Ribblehead Viaduct, where we've come up from, and Pennine-Ghent there that we didn't do yesterday. Right, so onwards up here for us now, not far to the top of Whernside. I'll show you some views before we get to the top. I can see it's busy up there. So I think that's looking over to the How Gills. That flat-topped one there, right in the middle now, that's Wild Boar Fell. I can't remember the name of this ridge in the middle. We walked that from Dent, I'm sure we did. Can't remember. I think that's the How Gills. And then looking right over there to Lake District. Yeah, glorious. And I say that's Gregareth there. Right, just see Ingleborough sticking up there. Oh, well, you can see it quite clearly. Yeah, right, up we go to the throng on top of Whernside. We probably won't go to the Trig, we'll just walk past it. Once we get past, and I'm sure everybody else will be going down Three Peaks path, we're just going to carry on straight down the ridge. Alright, on we go. Good boy, come on. So we've stopped for a chew and not a coffee. I couldn't be putting any more weight in my rucksack. I've got electrolyte drink there. So. Yeah, we've just got into the shelter other side at Wallfront Trig Pillar, which you could see just over there. It's busy around there. Right, so Charlie's finished his chew. I'm just going to have a quick slurp, and then we'll carry on down the ridge. So we've branched off the main path going down there. People doing the Three Peaks, or them that have just done Whernside from Ribblehead will all be going down that way, so I'll be surprised now if we see anybody really until we get to Twistleton, head of the Ingleton Waterfall Walk. So yeah, should have the place to ourselves. I got a surprise back there after we'd stopped for coffee and a chew, looked at my watch. It was blooming 1:15. I had no idea it was that late. So we'll think about stopping for lunch somewhere along here. We'll be able to get shelter behind this wall. I think when we get to end down here before we drop down, we'll have lunch down there. Right, on we go. Come on through that gap. Well, I'm not doing much filming coming down here, if I'm honest. It's a bit tedious just handrailing this wall all the way down. I think we've got views over there to Ingleborough and Pen-y-Ghent, and we could see down into Ribblehead back there. Yeah, and this blooming this rucksack's making me back ache now as well. Ugh. I think we've about 4 miles left, something like that. Oh, right, on we go. Well, we've stopped for lunch. Well, when I say we, I've given Charlie his. I'm just not hungry. I'm still full of that enormous breakfast. Oh, and I tell you what, I've had enough of this. This descent is an absolute slog. I've decided that false summits are as bad coming down as they are going up. I'm just sick of getting over them and seeing, like on that last shot, the wall just stretching off for miles in front again to another ridge, and then over that I'm seeing it stretch off miles again. I'm hoping this next one is the last. I just want to see it drop down into the valley. Ah, yeah, it's a slog. A tedious one at that as well. At least it's dry though. We've got a view over there to Ingleborough. Yeah, I'll be glad to get down into the valley now. Not a soul around there. Place to ourselves. Right, I'm just gonna take 5 here. Charlie's finished his lunch and having a dig as he normally does. So yeah, I'm just gonna take 5 and then we'll carry on slogging along that way. Come on, Charlie, let's get over this ridge. Oh well, we're down off that ridge onto this bridle. Well, it wasn't really a ridge, was it? We're just handrailing that wall. Am I glad to be down here? That was one of the most tedious sections of walk I've done in a long time. Oh, forget Mickleden. I don't like that. That beats it hands down. That was a tedious slog, was that? Right, so this is rounding the bottom of what's called Twistleton Scar, and we're heading to Twistleton. Now we've got to see if we can get into the left-hand side of the Ingleton Waterfall Walk without paying, because it's on the top end of it's on private land. You get into some access land further down, but yeah, we'll see if we can get in at this top end. Oh, there's loads of folks on their ice cream van. Right, down we go. So we're down on this track now. It's busy down here, and we've got to try and look like a tourist now as we go through. Well, there is actually a public right of way goes through Twistleton Hall, and then that kind of veers round to the right, or the path down through the waterfalls goes off to the left. So we've got to get our way down there if we can. I have done this before, gone down just down this side, because the kiosk where you pay is down at car park down at the bottom. So if you just go down this side. Well, last time I was here anyway, I managed to get down without paying. Right, we'll have to see. Come on, Charlie, up you go. Up you go. This view here, it's one of my favourite views of Ingleborough. It's just a shame about the power cables going along in front of it. And if you've visited my Facebook page called Walking in Northern England, you might recognise that view. Right, so carry on along here with the tourists. That in front there, when you see it says caves, I think it's that White Scar Caves. That's popular, is that? I think I've been down there, I can't remember. I think it's White Scar. Right, on we plod now. So we passed over a footbridge just down there, which for some reason camera decided not to record, and it's got a one-way gate on it on this side, because this side of the river now is access land, so you don't have to pay to come onto this, so you can't come up this way and over that bridge without paying, but if you're sneaky you can come down that way without paying. Right, so yeah, we're on access land now, and then rights away at end of here, and then to the pub. Marvellous. So when this here was a working quarry, this was a railway line, and I believe these were loading bays. Yeah, back in years gone by. Oh, I tell you what, I'm ready for a pint, and I'm ready to get this rucksack off my back as well. Right, not far now. Come on fella, through this gate. So we're just coming into Ingleton now. Oh my, glad to see it as well. Oh, that first pint's not going to touch the sides. Right, so we'll probably see you when we get to the pub. In here, Charlie? Well, that's the first pint drunk, and we're installed in our room. And if last night's room was bijou, this is palatial. It's a great room, is this? Plenty of room to spread all my crap around. Charlie's had his tea. Oh, and I tell you what, I don't know how good it is. Can't tell you how good it is to get that rucksack and then boots off. Ooh, that was a slog today, that path. From the summit of Whernside all the way down to Twistleton Hall. Oh, my feet were absolutely killing me after coming down there. Yeah, we've made it though. But I think I can pretty much, well, I can 100% say that tomorrow is cancelled. The forecast is absolutely dreadful. So I've booked a ticket on the train to go from Bentham down to Hellifield, and then from Hellifield pick up the train that I was going to catch from Horton-in-Ribblesdale. And I've booked my taxi from the pub to Bentham. So yeah, so I might as well sign off now. I think there's not much else going to be happening apart from me drinking beer and eating food. So yeah, it's been a shame that it didn't go to plan. Blooming typical weather that we've had over the last few weeks comes to this week and it just turns dreadful. We even got wet this morning going up Whernside. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it. It's been something different, hasn't it? Tummy tickles. It's been something different, hasn't it? Hopefully we'll get another multi-day hike in Yorkshire again in August that hopefully goes to plan. We've got our Scotland road trip coming up. That's also in August. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do the usual, the liking, subscribing, ring the notification bell, commenting, sharing, and hopefully we'll see you on another multi-dayer. Ta-ra!